It was like she was like she was coming from, like I done seen some uppercuts before. Okay, you know what I mean. But Big Lex was coming from, she was upper and cutting a little more than the uppercuts be uppercutting.
Look, let's be clear, I ain't never took a loss. Every time I go shopping, I ain't gotta check the cost. Still independent, still my own boss. Still got bad bitches coming up they draws. Heat the beat up like a motherfucking Frito. Lucci flaming hot like a motherfucking Cheeto. This is not an act, I am not Don Cheeto. So the nigga out, treat him like a free code. Yeah, you heard right, I'm a whole ass gangster. Made him eat my butt, I ain't even say thank ya. Thought he's gon' fuck, no nigga, I'm a prankster. I can make a thug nigga feel like a wankster. Pull up down my green like she go.
What's up, Lucci Gang? It's your girl Lucci V, and welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be recapping Baddies Africa episode 13. Okay, so if you would like to get into a little tea with me, then stay tuned to this video right here. But first, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, ding, 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 and let's get it. Okay, you guys, first of all, happy Monday. I hope you guys have had a safe weekend. I hope you guys did not get too lit. For me, my weekend was amazing because I stayed in the house and I watched wrestling all weekend, baby. And if you know me, then you know, for me, that's a grand old time. Okay, they had SummerSlam. If you are one of my subscribers that also watch my wrestling content, I am filming the SummerSlam recap right after this video, so that'll be up tonight as well. I am going to recap Jocelyn's Cabaret, but I think I'm going to wait to post that video tomorrow, just because I do want to post the SummerSlam. You know, SummerSlam just came on last night, so I want to go ahead and post that recap. And I don't know if I want to post 3 YouTube videos in one day. I don't know. Y'all can comment down below and let me know if I should just post 3. But whatever, let's get into it. Now, first things first, with this new episode of Baddies. I meant to talk about this on the last episode, and I forgot. The new confessional looks. I can't say that I'm feeling them. I feel like Bad Dolly's is okay. Definitely not her best look, but the bangs, them little bangs that they gave Big Lex and Ivory, I don't like that. They are way prettier than what them bangs is making them look like. And then that what's her name, Summer, the blonde hair, that's cool. I like the blonde hair on her, but that little top that she had on, it was like smushing her. I don't know. I just feel like the new confessional looks are not the most flattering, because I think they are all pretty, and I feel like them new confessional looks are not giving what needs to be gave. But okay, they're at the Total Ninja place, and Ivory is pressing Dolly like, come on girl, I need my fade. Y'all know Dolly saying my hand hurts, so we're gonna have to run it later. And then Cold Killer's chiming in like, well, fight me then. I know if it was me, you'll fight me. And I'm just like, y'all, did I miss something to where Cold Killer and Ivory have some kind of alliance or something? Because why every single time Ivory says something to somebody, Cold Killer chime in like, me. Now, I ain't gonna lie, this part, y'all know I be trying to watch the little squabbles and stuff in slow-mo so I can really give an accurate opinion on who won. But I'm not gonna lie, y'all, this part had me crying laughing, because as Cold Killer yelling all like, yeah, Dolly, fight me, Summer just took off and swung on her, and before Summer connected, you could see Cold Killer like, like literally like she in a horror movie, like hands up, don't shoot, like she, Summer scared the hell out of her. Okay, but as her and Summer are like running a little fade or whatever, it just starts going crazy. Now, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I was trying to watch it a lot of times in slow-mo, but it was hard to look in that corner, this corner. So if I don't touch on something that was happening in the scene, I'm sorry, but it was a lot going on. Like, I watched it in slow-mo probably like 10 times, and it was like I had to watch it once like looking in this corner, once looking in this corner. Like it was just a lot. I really feel like after that scene, the security needed a little upgrade in their pay or something, because that was insane. But what I did see was Big Lex took off on K Rican. Now, I don't know if K Rican was like walking up acting like she was about to jump in, or what the case was with that. But when Big Lex took off on K Rican, I also saw it looked like Tavi was also trying to get to Big Lex too. Then LCK swung on Cold Killer. Now, when I first watched this episode, y'all know later on in the episode, Cold Killer does start stomping out Choco as she's fighting Ivory. I was like, why would she just randomly touch her? But now that I watched it again, Choco did slam Cold Killer to the ground during this little chaotic scene when all the stuff was going on, like when she was fighting LCK or whatever. I'm not saying that justifies her jumping in on Ivory fight or whatever. I'm just saying I was just like, I didn't even know they ever even, you know what I mean? Like had a little issue, whatever. So everyone was just like rolling around, kicking and screaming, and Ivory started smacking the security guard butt. Like it was just like, what the hell is going on? And I can't believe this is what y'all to be commenting on my page. So I wish you were on here. I wish you was on here. Why the fuck do y'all wish I was on there? Baby, I don't do no gymnastics no more. I don't do no gymnastics, boo. My knees are not made for that. No shade. My knees are not made for all that activity they be having going on. So it's like y'all want me to squabble and run 37 phase back to back and then go compete on the Total Ninja obstacle course? Baby bye. No, count me out. Count me out. Count me out. I like sitting on the beach eating sushi and crab legs and drinking a dirty martini, baby. No shade. That is not for me. Okay. But then Big Lex calls out K Rick and she like, K Rick, and yeah, I need that from you. Now she said that y'all know on the night before Ivory and Dolly had ran that little round inside the house, and I guess Big Lex said K Rick and tried to run up and sneak and kick Dolly. I was like, oh, okay, I didn't know that, but Big Lex said, yeah, come. Baby, Big Lex, it was like she was like she was coming from, like I done seen some uppercuts before, okay? You know what I mean? But Big Lex was coming from, she was upper and cutting a little more than the uppercuts be uppercutting. You know, like she was coming like she was a lumberjack coming from underneath it. Y'all know how Cold Killer be getting her confessionals and be making all them fighting noises. Like, yeah, I was like, usha, usha, usha. No, that's what Big Lex was doing. The little noises that Cold Killer be thinking she be doing when she fighting, that's what Big Lex actually was doing, okay? I was like, God damn, Big Lex, you ain't got to uppercut her like that. You ain't have to uppercut that girl like that, okay? So Elsie wants another fade from Cold Killer. And I mean, I feel like we already know Elsie is not a squabbler, you know. No shade. We know this. She's not a squabbler. I feel like those are the fades that Cold Killer be, you know, she be winning. So, you know. But then in the middle of that, like out of nowhere, Diamond just runs up and sneaks Choco. Now I didn't understand like what that was about, especially as the episode continued and Choco wanted her rounds with Diamond, and Diamond was like, nah, like fight Ivory. You know, I just didn't understand that. You know, like you just snuck this girl, and y'all know I live for DTB. Y'all know I like DTB. I say all the time she's my favorite, but I'ma just be for real. She really lost me on this episode with that. Like, you hold just ran up and snuck this girl. Now she want her fade. It's like, no, Ivory taking my fade from me. And people was trying to compare it to like, oh, you know, Diamond was like, oh, well, Big Lex took the fade for Dolly when Dolly, you know, Dolly was injured, number one. And number two, Dolly did not just run up and sneak the girl 2 seconds before and then say, oh, you taking my fave from me. Like, that's the difference. Like, that's insane to do that. Like, what? Like, and Ivory was just so like, no, fight me. And Choco was just like so confused. Like, Diamond just literally snuck me. Like, no, like, what do you mean? So Ivory versus Choco. Now, honestly, there was a quite a while of Ivory begging for this fight from Choco. I thought like, oh, she finna tear her up, and that's not what happened. You know what I mean? When I watched it in slow mo, they both was not landing much. I don't think they landed. I think when they was standing up, I think I may have seen Ivory make slight contact with her once, but if you watching slow mo, they both was swinging wild and trying to bob and weave and like, you know what I mean? But then there was a point where they was tugging and pulling, and Ivory like overpowered her and ended up on top of her, and you know she got some little licks in, and that's when Cold Killer came in and started stomping her on top of her head. Like, even prior to that, when they was arguing before they started fighting, Cold Killer came and threw something at Choco. Like, girl, why do you want to be involved in everything so bad? And that's okay, because Big Lex gagged her in the middle of her trying stomping Choco out. Big Lex came in, like, now Big Lex tore her up. You know what I mean? Her arms just flailing all in the air. like them little blow up things that be outside of insurance places that just be like she had Cold Killer just like y'all ever seen Home Alone and y'all know when he be hooking up the little toys and he be trying to trick the little burglars into thinking somebody in the house, so he be pulling their little arms like this. That's what Big Legs had Cold Killer doing. I was like that, like Big Legs. Then she had a knot, like a naughty knot, like a, like I cannot believe it. Not like I was like, damn, Big Legs. Like how strong is Big Legs? Okay, like I'm trying to tell y'all, fighting a basketball player is crazy. Them hoes too damn strong. Okay, like it's certain hoes that you just don't fight, like hoes that play basketball and hoes that walk around outside with their bonnet on. Like them the kind of hoes that you don't want to squabble with. Okay? Now I don't know if Marissa was trying to walk up and like pull Big Legs off of Cold Killer. I don't know if she was gonna try to jump and help her. I don't know. Summer didn't give her no time to figure out which one it was though. Summer just came and got her as she was walking toward Big Legs. Like, look, Summer, that little first little round that they had, you know, at the little house or whatever, and people thought that Marissa had got out there with Summer. This episode proved that no, because Summer was dragging her all through there. It was like a little gash underneath her eye. I was like, damn, I ain't gonna lie. Summer has been gagging me this whole season. Since the first episode, she has been gagging me. Like, I guess she said, y'all was tearing me up on last season. We're not finna have that happen now. Now, when they went and they were sitting by like the little, I don't know what to call it, like maybe like a bouncy house type of thing, whatever. Cold Killer telling Lex, like, yeah, I got out there with you though. I got out there with you though. Did you? Talking about I'm not turning down no phase. You really didn't have no choice, boo. Like she just came in, like it was no time to say yes, no, maybe so. There was no turning down, nothing. Like she had already cracked you. I didn't even know which one I wanted to say. Like she had already did that and nodded you up real quick. Naughty no rings, okay. Then Cold Killer was saying like how Lex be trying to say she not with the jumping, but when her friends be jumping, she don't be saying nothing. And DCB chimed in and was like, yeah, because y'all had jumped Scotty at the reunion. And Lex was like, well, that's after Scotty had jumped Summer in Hawaii. So she was like, we was just retaliating on what y'all already did. And that turned into Lex and Scotty having a back and forth. And Scotty was like, why'd you even bring my name up, Lex? And I'm like, did she or did Diamond the Body bring your name up, sister? Like, no shade. Like, I like Scotty and everything, but like, I'm just saying, like, Diamond is the one who brought your name up. I feel like she just don't like Big Legs, you know what I mean? And plus, they had already had their little exchange of words, like maybe 1 or 2 episodes ago. But it's like Diamond, the one who brought your name up, and the girl Big Legs was just responding. She didn't mention you. No shade. Then Marissa wants her fade with Summer because she feels like Summer had snuck her or whatever. You know, when the Cold Killer and Big Legs thing was happening. And Summer said, I got 1 round for you. Baby, Marissa, I can't believe she had her spinning like that. Okay, it was giving fidget. Like, she was spinning around. She started running from the hands, running from the fade. Like, Summer done gave this girl 2 black eyes. She done made the girl Marissa want to leave. Like, the girl Marissa done left. And Natalie, like, I feel so bad. She like, stop saying it like that. Because I guess, you know, it was making it seem like, you know, she wanted to leave because Summer been tearing her up. And she like, you're going to have to get it every single day until I leave. Get what? Get what? Get dizzy from watching you spin around like that, girl? Because that's the only thing that you been giving Summer is a loop-de-loop, a whirly world view. Okay? Merry-go-round. Thank you. Then Cold Killer starts crashing out, crying something about she want to go home and all this and that. It's getting weird. I think that lump from Lex kind of embarrassed her a bit. You know what I mean? You know, she talk all that, yeah, nigga, get gangsta. You know what I mean? I think that, you know, that little lump from Lex really made her kind of be like, damn, like, I'm embarrassed a bit, you know? Then Russian Cream gonna talk about some, yeah, everybody is against the big 3, and I've been kicking it with the big 3. If my hand wasn't hurt, I would be helping them out. Would you? I don't know if I believe that. I don't know if I believe that. Then Ivory and DCB was throwing me off because they were saying Choco was never jumped, but she was jumped twice on this episode. At the very beginning, when they had the little gymnastics, everybody tumbling, rumbling, falling all on the floor, multiple people was on Choco, and Kate Ricken was kicking her in the booty and everything. And then when Ivory and her was fighting, Cold Killer stomped her head in, so she was jumped twice on this episode. Like, so I don't know what Ivory and Diamond was talking about that Choco was never jumped. She definitely jump. Okay, it definitely was happening. Okay. So then they finally actually do the ninja obstacle course. And Choco finally gets her round with DCB that she been asking for this whole episode. And I ain't gonna lie, she might not have shoulda wanted that round with DTB because DTB Ivory coached her. Y'all know Coach Ivory. Whenever Ivory coach people, it seems like that's when they really do their biggest one. No, I ain't gonna lie. If I ever have to run a fade again in my life, y'all know I haven't had to run a fade in a long time. Y'all know I don't really do the drama. I don't get into it with people and all that. I'm not a confrontational person at this big grown age. But if I ever have to, I might have to get Ivory to coach me. Because I mean, hey, but Diamond and Choco, they doing their little. They doing that little 1-2, and I ain't gonna lie, Diamond got that. At the end of the fight, though, is what really gagged me. Diamond linked her body up and hiya kicked Choco right in the face. I was like, damn. Baby, look, they get brutal on these reality shows these days. I can't believe this what y'all be saying y'all wish I was on. Hell no. Hell no. Somebody kick me in my face. Do y'all know what's gonna happen? Y'all are going to be seeing a GoFundMe so y'all can bail me out of jail because my bond is probably going to be $1 million for what I do, honey, okay? So then, no, y'all, this is the part that cracked me up too. I almost forgot about this. After Diamond kicked Choco in the face, the excitement from Ivory was insane. She was jumping up and down, clapping like a little kid at a candy store. Like, why would that excite you like that, girl? I do remember that Ivory kicked that girl in the face for no reason at all on Young and Reckless season 1. But it's like, girl, why would you be that excited? So then Fauna is the one who gets her chain this episode. Y'all know I've been saying I feel like Fauna deserves a chain, but I mean, I feel like Natalie playing in Dolly's face at this point. It's like, Dolly, are you ever going to get a chain, sister? Like, that's crazy. Like, I don't know. Dolly be really talking about how much she loved Natalie and Natalie this and Natalie that. And it's like, Natalie not giving you no chain, sister. She's not giving you no chain. That's crazy. So next week, Pretty P is leaving. Cold Killer versus Summer again. And I ain't gonna lie. Okay, now this little clip, I'm not gonna judge it fully off no small clip. Y'all already know that. But from the little clip that we saw, it looked like Cold Killer might be getting in there, getting with Summer program on this run, okay? So yeah, how do y'all feel? Do y'all feel like Fauna is the one who deserved the chain? If you don't feel like Fauna is the one who deserved the chain, then let me know. Who do you think should have got their baddie chain first, okay? Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.